a spot about them being a gangster and you thinking they not.
That's why I hustle. Yeah, I got to hustle.
What's up, y'all? It's KT, the motherfucking Las Vegas Shark, back up in this bitch tonight. We've been on that Tales of a Las Vegas gang member tip. Y'all already know. So without further ado, we gonna get up in this shit tonight. Let's get this bitch bustin'. Now, this video right here, y'all. The topic we're gonna be speaking on is the workforce. Now, for all y'all out there, you know what I'm saying, that's from the streets, that's trying to straighten up y'all ways, get out there in that workforce, my hat's off to you. Told y'all before, you know what I'm saying, hustling is always important, you know. You gotta have a plan B at all points in times out here. This shit is rough. And right now, jobs is not plentiful, you know what I'm saying? And it's getting ready to get worse. So, this shit being said, we speaking from motherfucking workforce tip, you know what I'm saying? Because I know it's a lot of shorties out there that need money, you know what I'm saying? And I'ma always promote to y'all the right thing to do first, you know what I'm saying? Because I do understand motherfuckers how to, they gotta get it how they gotta get it, you know what I'm saying? So, I do understand that. But for all y'all shorties out there, try to get it the right way, you know? Do that shit first. You got your whole life ahead of you, you know what I'm saying? All that time that you got ahead of you, you can fuck up your life at any point in time. And it's real easy to do. But it ain't so easy when it's time to get out there and step into that workforce, you know what I'm saying? For all y'all out there that's trying, that's still unemployed, my heart go out to y'all, you know what I'm saying? KT understand that shit. I didn't always have a job. Like I said, I was down and fucked up. And I had to make a way out of no way, you know what I'm saying? And been doing that shit ever since. So with this shit being said, I understand everybody's struggle, you know? And it takes strong individuals to still keep going out there, you know? Whether you go out there and you succeed and get a job, your first shot out the gate, you know what I'm saying? Or whether you get turned down and you have to fill out application for application. I feel that shit. You know what I'm saying? I feel the struggle. And I'm not gonna never sit back and act like I don't understand or like at the end of the day, the shit that y'all go through, I don't go through my damn self. You know? There's a lot of people that don't want to fuck with me when I step out there into the corporate world, you know? Due to the way I look. I don't know what the fuck the issue is, you know what I'm saying? If I'm out there trying, I expect to be given a fair shot just like the next man. Fuck how I look, you know what I'm saying? My outer exterior, you know? Only narrow-minded motherfuckers pay attention to shit like that. But the intelligence that a man has is what counts, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I tell y'all, poor preparation prevents poor performance, you know what I'm saying? So, with that shit being said, keep yourself up to par like a young man is supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Like a young man is supposed to look and smell, dress, you know? And it don't necessarily take you going and spending $200, $300, $400 on a motherfucking fit. You know, you can use some of the cheapest places to throw together a fit to look like a motherfucking millionaire. You know what I'm saying? It don't take much. All you gotta do is have you some swag, know how to dress, know how to present yourself, and you're gonna do just fine. You know? But don't stop trying. because it's a light at the end of the tunnel with this shit. And even though we go through the struggles of wanting to give it up, because I feel you know what I'm saying? I'm a street nigga too. It's easy for us to say fuck it and get out there and get a pack or whatever, you know what I'm saying, and try to flip that shit. It's real easy. And for the longest, that's why I didn't have a job, you know what I'm saying? That was my comfort zone. Even though that money ain't guaranteed, it ain't no guarantee what you may make from one day to the next, you know what I'm saying? And that even goes to the first. Because for all y'all real ones out there, y'all know shit done dried up, you know what I'm saying? Unless you playing with other products. And that's all I'm going to speak on with that one. But at the same time, you know, with this shit, I understand. However you got to get it, you know. But it take a strong individual to still keep trying. So if you out there trying, my hat's off to y'all. This is dedicated to y'all tonight, you know what I'm saying? This is a motivational video. I'm going to give y'all another hood story, you know what I'm saying? Probably tomorrow night. It was one that I wanted to definitely give y'all, but I'm doing a little bit more research, you know what I'm saying? Just to cover all bases to make sure that I ain't missing nobody, because we talking real live gang history. Motherfuckers have died for these gangs. They done wrecked this shit their whole life. This all they know, so we're not going to discredit nobody and we're not going to leave nobody out. We gonna know what the fuck we talking about with this. But I want to present to y'all, you know what I'm saying, our gangs. From whether it be West Side to the East Side, to Northtown, to the Henderson gangs. We gonna cover all bases because everybody deserve their recognition, you know what I'm saying? Especially when blood done been spilled for this shit. And that's what I think motherfuckers be missing at the same time too. And a lot of these vloggers, you know what I'm saying, that ain't lived this lifestyle, that ain't really about what they say they about, they wouldn't understand this shit, you know what I'm saying? So they gonna give you anything put together and thrown together. And they might have pictures to go with it, you know what I'm saying? But I guarantee you they're not giving you the full history, they're not giving you the stories correct. You know what I'm saying? All of the shit that y'all may want to know, shit that I ain't spoke on about real factors out here that's done really ate on these streets, niggas that's done put in work on these streets, niggas that's done lost their lives to these streets. Them people that I don't speak on, trust and believe, just because I don't speak on them, I don't think for one split second I don't know all of them. But real recognize real. I'm a real motherfucker and I'm a street nigga, and I ain't gonna never put nobody out there or their name out there without their permission. You know what I'm saying? It's different if you coming to me and you telling me you want me to do an interview with you so you can tell your story of how you came up. I can do that type of shit. But one thing I ain't gonna never do is put another man's name in some shit that they didn't sign up for. You know what I'm saying? Like when I speak and I make these videos, I might give y'all these hood stories, but I'm only giving you the perspective of some shit that I did. You know what I'm saying? Shit that I've done in my lifetime. And I ain't gonna give y'all too much with that, because I know the feds be watching. So with that shit being said, we're gonna keep it moving. But like I said, tonight's purpose was just to motivate y'all a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like at the end of the day, somebody got to do it. You know, somebody got to be the voice. And I'm doing this shit more than just to be a vlogger. You know what I'm saying? It's certain shit that I promise y'all, but at the same time, when God put me in a direction to speak to y'all from a different perspective and tell y'all what's live and tell y'all what's real, I got to do that. You know what I'm saying? This is ministry, you know, at the same time, whether you look at it that way or not. I know and I understand that the language that I use, you know what I'm saying? A lot of it be foul, but it's the way I reach my people because it's what we understand. This is the way we communicate with each other. So please excuse my language, you know what I'm saying? I don't never mean to insult nobody, you know? That is not my intention. The sole purpose of these videos is just to motivate y'all a little bit, you know what I'm saying, and let y'all know about this Vegas street life for those that are interested, because it's a lot of motherfuckers, like I said, that didn't even know that we had streets out here and blocks out here and shit like that, you know. Most of the projects that were infamous from out here have been tore down. It's only certain neighborhoods that still stand. So at the end of the day, like a lot of this shit was history, you know, but unfortunately it ain't history no more for our children because it's been tore down. Like my kids, I can't even take them to the land, you know what I'm saying? My motherfucker, they ask, you know, about the Gerson and all of that shit. Because they weren't around when that shit was around. You know what I'm saying? They don't know nothing about that. But they ask. I be wanting to take them to show them real history. But unfortunately, because Vegas is so fucked up, most of our neighborhoods done been tore down. You know what I'm saying? And that's some shit right there that's bullshit itself. But that's why a lot of us have to stay in that work perspective so that we can afford to buy a lot of this land that may have been what we was fighting for back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Because really, we fighting over some shit that we don't own. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to just keep it real with y'all. We don't own it. But at the same time, we claiming this shit ours. So think from that business perspective of how I was telling y'all and boss up, buy you a store. You know what I'm saying? If you got enough money to rent out a business and keep that motherfucker going and renting, do that. It ain't nothing wrong with that shit. You know? I'ma always promote real and I'ma always give it to you for real. You know, that's the only way I know with this shit. I ain't sugarcoated shit since I started and I'm not going to right now. You know? When I started this podcast thing, I wanted to do this shit openly for the people that may have questions, you know, about motherfuckers like me, because I'm tired of being stereotyped, you know, especially when I'm doing my damnedest and my hardest to change as a person. You know, everybody got to grow. Everybody got to wisen up and have some sense in some type of way. So a lot of these decisions that we be making be critical and we have to realize that. Whether it be going out hustling to get a dollar, whether it be, I don't give a fuck if you gotta prep yourself, you know what I'm saying, to get your foot in the door, to get you a job, do that shit. Just trust and believe. If they gave me an offer for a motherfucking job that's paying enough, and they told me, nigga, cut your hair, it's gone. I don't give a fuck. And I'm pretty sure y'all can see I got long ass hair, you know. But if they ask me to cut that shit tomorrow for the right price, it's gone. Because this is for the benefit of my babies. This shit been stopped being about me. And that's what we have to realize as street niggas and as thugs. We have to instill this into our children so that they don't have to go out there and hurt or feel like they gotta go jump off the porch before it's time, because it's real out there. Niggas is really dying for this cause. These niggas just done died to represent what we reckon. So, I mean, like I said, just stay motivated. If you out there and you trying, keep trying. It's eventually gonna work. And maybe the door that you was looking for in the beginning to be open that didn't get open for you, you never know. Maybe it's because God has something greater for you. And sometimes greater is a little bit later and we have to wait. We have to learn to have patience. You know what I'm saying? So for all y'all youngsters out there that's a little bit hot-headed and temperamental like me, because I was just like that growing up too. Couldn't tell me a motherfucking thing. I was young with a motherfucking gun. There ain't nothing you can tell a young nigga like that. So I do understand, but I mean, take it from a nigga that at the end of the day done lived that like y'all. Probably done did a little bit more than y'all, truth be known. And this shit ain't nothing to brag on. Like I said, we dying for a cause that at the end of the day we don't own none of the property that we dying for. Or we claiming it's ours. So let's think from that business perspective, boss up. so we can go get what's ours and buy it legally. You know they can't stand to see a nigga win at the end of the day. They can't. But that's how you get them. Win at all costs. Whatever you gotta do, you know what I'm saying, to win, it don't make you no less of a motherfucker. It make you a real motherfucker at the end of the day. With that shit being said, you know what I mean? It's KT, the motherfucking Las Vegas Shark. Tales of a Las Vegas gang member. Like I said, I'm done giving this shit numbers, so we're not even gonna say no numbers with this one. But like I said, I love y'all. This was a motivational video. We got more videos coming this week, you know what I'm saying? I might, if I'm feeling up to it, I might give y'all another video tonight, you know what I'm saying? Just a little taste of a hood story. Wake y'all up a little bit to let y'all know, fucking with these pistols, either you keep that motherfucker on you for a purpose, and that's to survive, or you put that motherfucker down and leave these streets alone. Because either way it goes, when it's your time to go, nigga, it ain't nobody that's gonna save you. Not even that pistol. I know niggas is gonna die with the motherfucker smoking. And it didn't save them. So with this shit being said, it's KT, the motherfucking Las Vegas Shark. I love y'all. West, y'all. And I'm out.